I wanted to talk about asking for forgiveness. Okay, so there's an effective way and a not so effective way to ask for forgiveness. First, you want to be really, really sincere. You want to actually be sorry for something that you did, whether it was to yourself or towards someone else. And you have to own what you did. You have to be specific and say, you know, I'm sorry that I said this. I'm really sorry about that. Another important thing to remember is you have to kind of try to put yourself in that person's shoes and think about what kind of emotions they might be feeling, whether it's hurt, whether it's anger, whether it's fear, whether it's sadness. You know, these are all different, distinct emotions, and it's important when we're talking about asking for forgiveness to be really, really specific and also have a plan of action so the other person feels more comfortable that you won't do this thing again. Now, I've heard some people apologize like this. I'm sorry that your feelings were hurt. I'm sorry that you feel this way. I'm sorry that you're crying. Now, those ways are not so effective in getting people to believe us. Those ways are not so effective in getting people to really think that we actually are sorry. And those ways are not taking accountability for our actions. They are actually blaming everything on the other person. I'm sorry that you're crying. I'm sorry that your feelings were hurt. I'm sorry that you're doing something wrong. And it's all out. It's all you. It's not me. There could be nothing wrong with me. There's only wrong things with you. Well, it's important to steer clear away from that method, and it's important to steer clear away from people that only apologize in that way. It's also important to steer clear from people who are manipulators. Demand that you forgive them and get angry when you don't forgive them instantly for something that they did that they weren't necessarily willing to take full ownership on or set out a course of action how they won't ever do it again. It's important to steer clear away from those people. It's important to steer clear away from people who will twist the message of forgiveness and moving on and moving forward to meet their own needs. It's important to stay away from people like that. And you'll know these people because they'll want you to forgive them and to keep taking whatever abuse that they were dishing out. And they don't want to change their actions. They don't want to change anything about themselves, but they want you to change and you to forgive them. And if the roles were reversed and you did something that hurt their feelings, they wouldn't forgive you. I don't want to go tit for tat. I don't want to say, oh, I'm only going to forgive you if you forgive me. I want everybody to be aware of the kinds of people that there are out there. There are people who are manipulators. There are people who will try to manipulate you and will try to subject you to abuse. Oh yeah, forgive me, get over it. No, that's not the kind of forgiveness I'm talking about. I'm talking about an inner peace that you will experience channeling your emotions and learning to move on. And sometimes that means learning to leave people in the past and learning to move on from certain people and certain circumstances.